Welcome to Down the Rabbit Hole, a podcast brought to you by Justis.
That's us.
We are Justis. I'm Aiden.
I'm Cody.
I'm Stefan.
And I'm Elijah.
And when I say we are Justis, that means you guys too. The Justis Fan Bam. Remember?
Fam.
We mentioned that in our last
Where
one.
you guys
Hashtag Justis
at?
Fan Bam.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've noticed, but if you listen to the first podcast, we might mention that it's called The Witching Hour. See, that was our bad. We didn't do any research, and we didn't know that a podcast was already called Witching Hour. And see, we used that because it's the name of one of our songs.
Yep.
And we thought it'd be cool, you know, we talk for an hour, it really fit. But instead, we decided to just go with a different name of our song. An instrumental, actually, called Down the Rabbit Hole. And so that's the name now, because we figured, you know, we're just going on tangents and kind of going down the rabbit hole, so it fits. Why not?
Most of our Justice fam knows that song.
Yeah.
It's
It
like
was one of our first.
It's like our
Yeah.
anthem. If you haven't heard it before, you can find it on Facebook. Just dig for it.
Yeah,
It's a live
might
recording.
have to dig a little deep.
Yeah,
live
it's a
recording,
live recording.
but it's
We gotta
it's
get in the studio
yeah,
with that
it's a
song
great
soon,
recording.
man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good one. So, those of you who are watching us right now might have noticed on the table, we got Cards Against Humanity out. We thought that'd be fun, kind of just play in the background during the podcast. But, Cody, I think you're gonna have to kind of re-explain the rules, because to be honest, I don't really remember how to play.
Okay, so my rules might not be like 100% exact how it's in the manual, but the
That's
rules that
cool.
work is the rules I know. So we all have 6 white cards, and we'll all take turns being the judge. We pull one of these black cards, and then everyone puts face down a card that goes with that. And then whoever's the judge looks at the cards you put down without knowing who put them down and picks the best one.
Oh yeah.
But
Right.
since this is Cards Against Humanity, some of these things are terrible things, hilarious things, ridiculous things. You never know what you're gonna get with this game.
Right.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So who wants to start off as judge? Maybe I should.
Okay,
There you go.
that works.
Just get us through this. Okay.
Just do it.
So the black card reads: the class field trip was completely ruined by blank.
Oh, the class field trip was completely ruined by. Let me see.
Yep, and put him face down so I can't see who's whose.
I'm gonna include the viewers in mine.
Okay, so this is the pile so far. And then everyone draw a white card so that you always have 6 cards in your hand.
Where's our
So we
pile?
gotta
Put it
draw
right
another card.
Okay.
Oh, I love these cards.
So while the game's kind of going too, I just want to mention one of the topics I wanted to hit today was kind of talking about what we talked about last time with Marvel and DC.
Yes.
I wanted to get back into
versus
that.
DC.
Yeah, I want to know everyone's favorite. I want to know if they prefer Marvel or DC
Mm-hmm.
and why. Let's start with you, Cody. Which one do you prefer?
I would have to say I prefer Marvel between the two.
Interesting. Why?
Intriguing.
I don't know, because I feel like I grew up with Marvel more.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was younger, that's when a lot of the Marvel movies were coming out. They started coming out with, Ghost Rider, Iron Man, all of those.
Oh yeah.
And I knew a lot of, like, the more, like, the deeper lore stuff
Right.
of Marvel more than I knew of DC. So my mind always goes there first when I think of, like, just superhero movies, comics, shows, all of that.
Do you like the new shows like Agents of Shield and all those?
I
It's
haven't
a
watched
really good
Agents
show.
of Shield, but I have watched the different Netflix series.
Yeah.
Like Jessica Jones,
Yeah.
Luke Cage, those ones, and Daredevil.
And all of those are connected, right?
Yeah, they all convene together to become what is it, like the
The
Defenders? Yeah.
And then those are connected to the movies as well, or?
Yeah, because it's like it mentions like the big incident and like things like that, which is like the big alien invasion in the first Avengers movie and
That's
stuff like
cool.
that.
Right.
And they mentioned that even in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like the Battle of New York and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that. Okay, well, let's continue with the game.
Yeah,
What do you
let's get
got?
into this? Okay, so the class field trip was completely ruined by kamikaze pilots. The class field trip was completely ruined by jerking off into a pool of children's tears.
Okay.
That really
ruins
paints a
everything.
picture for you. And finally, the class field trip was completely ruined by Domino's Oreo dessert pizza.
Wow.
I don't know. That sounds like a really good pizza.
Or a really bad pizza.
I love me.
It could be
some
either
Oreos.
Yeah,
or.
if it ruined it.
If it ruined the class field trip, then man.
All right, Judge, what you got?
Alright, so right now, out of the three, I have to say Kamikaze Pilot's my least favorite. I'm sorry, whoever's that was, but I gotta toss that out of here.
What was that?
So it's
Alright,
between the
Eminem,
Domino's
first
Oreos dessert pizza and jerking off into a pool of children's tears.
It's a harsh one.
That is a harsh one. And that's why I want to go with Domino's Oreo dessert pizza.
Dessert?
Because, I mean, you see the jerking off into a pool of children's tears one, and that instantly paints a picture of, like, okay, you know what happened.
But that
But you
ruins
see
it.
Domino's
right away.
Oreo dessert pizza,
It can
and
mean
you're like,
anything.
Oh yeah,
how the hell did that ruin it?
Yeah,
like,
you-
there's a
you write
story
that
there.
book.
You want to know.
yeah. I completely agree.
So I'm going to
Well,
go with that one.
That was my pick, actually.
Dang, okay. So that means you
You
get
collect
this
the
black
black
card,
card.
and the person at the end with the most, or if we get to some number that we haven't decided yet, then they win.
I'm down with that.
All right.
So Stefan, I think we should go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
counter.
that way,
Or no,
yeah.
it'll be clockwise. Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead.
All right. So, what's your favorite Marvel or DC?
Yeah. Do that first, and then we'll get into the game.
No, yeah, no, that's cool. See, it's really tough. You know, I do love like a lot of the DC movies, and I do love the DC universe and stuff. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go with Marvel. Just because like they use a lot of like really good science behind like their superheroes and how it could be how it could be real. You know, like being in the future and all. Like
Especially if you look at Iron Man. He
Yeah,
doesn't even have
exactly.
any powers.
yeah, he just has freaking.
I
money.
love the Iron Man movies.
Like
Yeah.
it's freaking awesome, and I just
The
love
start.
Stan Lee's mind too. You know, his imagination. He just created this whole world, like,
Yeah,
and you're just seeing what's inside of his head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's awesome. He's probably impacted a lot of lives.
Man, I love those Iron Man movies.
Yeah.
That's what started the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Was Iron Man.
Shout out to Stan Lee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
For all your
Hope you're
creativity.
doing well out there. You know, there's been news stories out. You're not having a good time right now. You're in all our thoughts.
Yeah.
Love you, man. So what does your card say, Stefan?
This is the card.
And that's the discard right there.
It says MTV's new reality show features 8 washed-up celebrities living with blank.
Well, this seems like an obvious choice to me.
So
I can read it.
The classic thing
I
just
didn't
happened
see
to
it.
me.
It's okay.
I didn't think about that. You could see
I
that.
didn't though. All I saw was.
You're a very
progress.
honest man. I appreciate that.
The classic thing with this game just happened to me, where you put a card down, and then when you pull a card, it's the perfect card for the one you're just doing right
Yeah.
now.
I'm pretty sure that's like a law of the universe.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty sure I had a darn good card.
What do your choices say?
Okay, so MTV's new reality show features 8 washed-up celebrities living with the Rev, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.,
That'd be an interesting show.
Penis
That would
Breath,
be- Living with penis breath.
or Goblins.
Living with.
No. MTV's new reality show features 8 washed-up celebrities living with the Rev, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Penis Breath, or Goblins.
Penis breath. Difficult?
Difficult.
A wee bit.
It would suck to live with penis breath.
Cause and effect, though, right? Like, there has to be a reason for that penis breath.
Yeah.
And there's 8 of them.
Hey yo.
I'm gonna have to go with the Rev.
That's
All
mine.
right. Yeah,
Because I
that'd
think
be a
he
very
would help them out a
interesting-
lot.
Yeah,
You know.
I'd watch it.
I would watch it as well.
It'd be like a Netflix one too, the Netflix
It would.
original.
And it'd be perfect because I love Netflix. They do this where they drop the entire season at once.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
What about you, Nige? Marvel or DC?
So I'm gonna have to be I'm gonna have to break the Marvel in our group, and I have to say that my favorite is DC. You know,
There it is.
I love Marvel because I also grew up with Marvel, and I've seen almost every Marvel movie and everything. But DC, there's something about DC. You know, that they're very graphic and their stories. You know, like we were talking about this earlier. Like Aiden said, like their stories are a bit darker and just
Yeah.
you paint
Yeah.
like a bigger picture. It's deep.
Yeah, the
you know?
individual characters could almost stand alone in their own universe very well.
Yeah.
In a way that I don't think Marvel characters could, you know? There's just a lot of depth to each character. Not to say that there isn't, you know, the cheesiness factor and the stupid characters that come out of weird times in history, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, that I gotta say, you know, DC's been rocking their stories, you know? And, you know, I think it's safe to say that Marvel is definitely doing better in the movie industry right now.
Yeah.
But man, DC, if they could just realize their untapped potential, you know, maybe the directors and the producers need to read the comics again. You know, they need to understand what they're working with.
You know, it's kind of weird what Marvel did, or because I mean, you got Green Lantern, right? You got Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds, right? And then, and then all of a sudden he jumps universes and he's Deadpool, like.
Which I totally think is a reason why maybe one day in the future, and I'm pretty sure maybe a lot of people wouldn't like it, but like that's how they can blend the universes.
I can't say I'd be a fan of that.
And I can't say either, but I
Yeah.
do think it's a possibility with like, you know, even with like Doctor Strange being Doctor Strange and all, how he can travel
Dimensions and stuff.
dimensions.
You know what I've mentioned to Cody before? I think it'd be cool, is if, all right, say you're in the Marvel universe, right? Like you're Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if like he grew up reading DC comics.
That would be cool.
Like the comic books in his universe were DC, and then in Marvel, and their characters grew up reading DC comics.
That'd be a trip.
That would
You
be
know
awesome.
what I mean? So you could imagine that in each universe, their fictional heroes are the actual heroes in the other universe.
That'd
I
be
think
awesome.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would.
Like, imagine, you know, Captain America grew up fantasizing about and being Superman, you know?
Mhm.
And maybe Superman grew up reading about Captain America.
Yeah.
It would also make you understand why so many parallels can be drawn. Like,
Yeah,
you know, maybe
definitely.
Tony Stark grew up reading about Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know, maybe Batman grew up reading about Tony Stark.
because
I don't know.
they're a little bit
Something to
similar.
think about.
You know?
Yeah.
Did you pick a black card yet?
I
Sid?
did.
What's it
And-
say? What does
and,
it say?
This one's a pretty good one. I can't wait to see what you guys give me. This one says, instead of coal, Santa now gives the bad children blank.
Oh. Wow.
There blows.
Yes.
I wish I could throw my own card down.
Yeah. Then just pick it every time.
Yeah. Alright. So let's see.
What happened to our screen over there, Cody?
Oh, you guys are. Oh, you guys are
Oh, it might
bro.
have died. Oh, no, it's coming back. There it is.
Hello.
Spoke too soon.
Alright, so instead of coal, Santa now gives the bad children mouth herpes.
Oh. Wow. That got dark
That
quickly.
one-
Yeah,
that
right
one-
off the bat.
I would not want that. I would be a good child. Instead of coal, Sentinel gives the bad children horse meat. You know what? I can see that actually happening. You know, and like
It happened one time in IKEA.
What?
Yeah, there was a big thing in the meatballs. There was like horse meat or something.
Was someone eating a meatball and they're like, this tastes a bit horsey to me?
I don't know how it was discovered, but it was like because they had a separate company running the food part in their store, and so it happened in an
Vape
IKEA.
down.
Yeah.
moment of vape.
I'm just kidding.
Moment of silence.
Alright, so instead of Cole, Sentinel gives the bad children Keanu Reeves.
I love it.
Wow.
Dude, what the fuck? I love The Matrix. That would be like an award. Alright, so to be honest, because I'm a little raunchy myself, I like the mouth hairpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you do. I just played.
Whose card was that?
That
That
wasn't
was
mine.
my card.
Fuck, Cody!
Hey, Cody got it.
Here, give me the black one. Cool.
Mhm.
All right.
So do I grab a black one now?
You
Yep.
sure do.
Wait, what are we putting?
But before you read it, Aiden.
I don't think I said my favorite one yet, did I?
Not
No,
yet.
go for it.
My favorite one is DC, obviously. I think I ranted about.
DC enough to.
Yeah.
Well, you were a
Show
strong
it.
supporter, you know?
Yeah, I'm a strong supporter of DC. And like I said earlier, even though I don't really care for their movies right now, like they have so much potential, you know?
I think the strongest supporters are also the strongest critics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's real. You know, I love the old Batman Begins trilogy. I think that's a masterpiece,
Oh yeah.
you know? I also was a huge fan of Smallville.
I remember as a kid, every time I spent the night at your house, that was what was on the TV was Smallville,
Yeah.
because you would
I-
all the seasons
I
on
owned all the
DVD,
seasons,
right?
yeah. Yeah, so, you know, I've always been a huge Superman fan. So, you know, naturally I was reading DC comics. But Marvel's always been there too, you know? I was a huge Iron Man fan as well. So, you know, the Iron Man movies I absolutely love. Not all of them are good, but most of them are. Yeah, so yeah, I'd have to say,
Do you like
DC.
the TV series on Netflix, like The Flash and
Oh,
like,
dude.
Arrow and like?
yes. I love the Arrowverse. Flash, oh my god, I love it. You know, I have to say, haven't gotten into, what's that one called? Legends?
DC's
Legends
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow.
It starts off. It's a little cheesy. It's.
Yeah.
I watched I'm pretty much all caught up. I love that show, but it starts off pretty cheesy. But I just love the concept of time
When
travel
I've
and
completely
stuff.
watched everything out of desperation, I will probably end up watching it and
You
probably
should.
end up liking it.
You will.
But that's usually what it takes for me to get to things like that. But anyway, I guess I'll read my card.
It is.
What never fails to liven up the party? That's a good one. Ooh, Cody's card came quickly,
It's a little.
closely followed by Stefan's, and now Elijah's.
Cody thinks he's on a roll.
I kind of regret the one I put down, but I'm gonna go with it because it's already
Okay.
in there.
So,
Whew.
what never...
I'm just gonna apologize in advance.
What never fails to liven up the party? We have an AR-15 assault rifle.
Oh, fucking
Cody.
Cody, dude.
Good grief.
Oh, damn.
That was an interesting pick. Funky fresh rhymes. Well, that's pretty true. Thermonuclear detonation.
Okay.
That'll light the party.
That one.
Yeah.
Whoa there, guys. You guys need to. Are you guys okay?
I'm gonna have to go with funky fresh rhymes.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and take that black.
I don't blame you for choosing that one. Not one bit.
Aiden,
Like,
you have a
if
good
you're
heart.
Thermonuclear is too hard
I'm just
to say.
we'll not even say who's was whose. We'll just
AR-15
live with
is
it.
too
We'll do
offensive.
it.
It's scary. Funky fresh rhymes.
Yeah,
That's where it's at, bro.
I'll take it.
I thought that was a sign of props, but
Alright,
I had to give you the
That
card.
was a sign of props.
And here's a special
Well,
thing.
thanks.
Now that we've gone a full rotation around, you can now once just discard as many cards as you want and then drop to 6.
Well, good, because I accidentally just trashed all of my cards. Those cards I proudly threw into the box right now were the cards I was supposed to be holding on to. So let me just count it. 6.
Oh, that's too funny.
What's the difference between these two piles?
No
different
difference.
ones.
They just have different cards in it.
I got damn.
Sorry, guys, I'm the drummer.
So my internet went out today.
Damn.
That's
bet you're
always
It's
hurt.
not coming back until Thursday.
What is this?
That
Oh,
made
shit, this card?
the podcast stressful.
This is
It's
my
not that we
chat
can't
Huh?
record it without. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting?
No, you're good. You're good.
It's not that we can't record it without internet, but uploading it, we're gonna have to get mobile for. You know.
Yeah.
God, why is not having internet the worst thing? It feels like it's the worst thing that could happen, even though it's
Yeah,
not.
you get like.
Don't you feel
hurt, like-
pretentious for saying that? But like it's
first world
also
problem
kind of true.
thing. Yeah. It's like we're all just so used to being connected to everything always.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Why don't you go, Cody?
Oh, that's
Now I'm
right.
sad. I'm thinking about not having internet until Thursday.
Well, here's a good one to brighten you up. I have a question for everyone. What's the next Happy Meal toy?
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Cody, who's your favorite villain?
My favorite villain. Oh, that's difficult. Because, I mean, when it comes to villains, I think I'd have to go to the DC side to pick from those.
Interesting. So the Marvel fan likes DC villains better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay.
But, because, crap, I had one villain, I really like Batman's villains, just in general.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Like, he has the best villains out
Classic
of all of them.
villains. Yeah. You know, I have to say, I want to see this particular villain in a movie so bad. Brainiac.
Yeah.
Dude, he is an awesome villain. Against Superman, you know? Did you guys ever see Avengers Age of Ultron?
No, that's the
I
only
did
Avengers movie I haven't
once,
seen.
a long time
Yeah,
ago.
I did.
Like when it first came out.
That's the similar kind of chaos that Brainiac would cause.
Okay.
Because, you know, he's all into technology.
Yeah.
He's plugged into the internet and everything. And his goal is to, like, basically bring a planet to its peak and then deplete it of its resources and destroy it. Something like that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Smart.
crazy. It's crazy.
Alright, so you want to ready for me to read through these?
Yeah.
Do it, man.
Alright, so what's the next Happy Meal toy? A snapping turtle biting the tip of your penis.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a
It's
bold
never
move.
good.
What's the next Happy Meal toy? A zesty breakfast burrito.
Hey, I can always use an extra burrito.
And what's the next Happy Meal toy? Catapults.
That'd be fun.
That'd be
I like
fun.
that. I like the catapults. I think I'm gonna have to go with that one because I can just
Yeah.
imagine like a McDonald's boardroom meeting. They're just like, "All right, guys, we need to figure out the newest Happy Meal toy." And you're just like, catapults. Just chill, just look into the distance. Just catapults. Doesn't even think about it. Just throws it out there.
Who picked catapults?
Yeah. Who threw out catapults?
It was me.
Ah.
Really? I thought it was Elijah.
I was
Wow.
all like,
Oh, wait, I didn't take
You
that
got
one.
me.
Thank you very much.
So that means you're next.
Am I
Yep,
next?
You're
Mhm.
next.
Are you guys ready for me to be next?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Oh my god.
Who was it that said that all
Chris
the time?
Angel.
Chris Angel.
Chris
yeah.
Angel.
I loved that show when I
My
was little. dude.
Heck yeah,
Yeah.
dude. And then
I want to watch that again now.
I think that was on demand.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, dude. On the man
A&E.
days.
Chris Angel. I remember going through those. Man, I watched everything on demand.
Always. Like the weirdest things, too, just because it was on there.
Did it ever, like, okay, I don't know if this is just me, but like when I was younger, on demand just was like the name of it. I never really like thought about like, oh, the name is on demand because you're getting things on demand, like you're-
Yeah.
like instantly.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
You didn't
catch
make that connection?
when I was
Okay.
younger, yeah. I do that with a lot of things, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens every day.
Yeah. What do you got over there, Stefan?
A really
Card is
long
that?
one.
Okay, go
Alright,
for it.
are you guys ready for this?
You're stressing me out. Just kidding.
Alright. Take a little babe here real quick, guys.
Think I'll join you?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that? I'm just kidding. Alright. After 4 platinum albums and 3 Grammys, it's time to get back to my roots. To what inspired me to make music in the first place. Blank. I mean, I can pick a different one.
No, let's go
You guys
for
like
it.
it?
Let's
I have
go
a
for
serious answer and a funny answer. We can
Honestly,
go
this
with
game's about strategy. It's about who the judge is.
exactly, which is why I'm picking this very carefully.
This is difficult. Very difficult.
Why is this?
Because I have some really good cards I can throw down for this. You know what? I'm gonna just go for it. It's a weird one, but I'm gonna go for it. I think it'll work.
Elijah, can you shuffle those for me, bro? I know, right? Everyone's just that right now.
Oh yeah.
It's 3 cards.
I'm gonna throw this one away, but I just want to show you.
It's not much shuffling here.
Oh my god, these are offensive cards.
That's the name of the game, Cards Against Humanity.
They
All
are
right.
against humanity indeed.
I'm gonna read this once because it's really long, so pay attention here.
Go for it.
After 4 platinum albums and 3 Grammys, it's time to get back to my roots, to what inspired me to make music in the first place. Queefing, Judge Judy,
She always inspires me.
Oh yeah.
and winking at old people. That one's interesting.
That is interesting.
I just,
Interesting.
I just, you know, that'd probably get me inspired to make music in the first place too.
Winking at old people.
That's interesting.
No.
That's a story I'd like
That's
to get
actually
into.
what 3 of our songs are written about. Is winking at old people.
Yeah.
We won't tell you which 3. You just gotta listen for it and try to figure it out.
That's the name of the game.
You know.
Featuring Judge Judy. 5, 4,
Putting a lot of thought
Three.
into this.
2.
I'm gonna have to go with queefing. I just hear a lot of love songs out there nowadays.
Well, Stefan,
Oh.
I'm glad you picked it.
You know what, dude? I'm just like,
Oh, look at you.
dude, I'm so happy.
I
you
really
like
thought
it.
Judge Judy had it.
Judge
you know
Judy
what? That
does
was my,
have it.
That was my second choice. It really was my second choice.
It's nice to know I'm the one's first. that one hit home. I'm sorry.
It's alright, bro. Hang in there.
Oh, we all have 2 and you don't have any, or what?
Yeah, man.
Ooh.
Alright, so check it out.
Let me see your deck.
Here's Elijah. Wait, is it Elijah's turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just went.
Alright, let me see this car.
Who's your favorite villain?
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Man, you know what? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder.
Wow. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was
That's
not
kind of
expecting
awesome.
that at all. I love it.
I like it.
Alright, you didn't say Marvel or DC.
I didn't.
You said villain.
That
And you know
is
what?
true.
I guess that's
Okay.
okay.
Wasn't there a
because-
Ninja Turtle comic?
There was.
Yeah.
I wonder what side it was on.
I don't think it was on either. It
Oh,
might have been like
it's
a
okay.
different, because there's more than just the 2 comics publishers. Like there's like Dark Horse and stuff like that too.
Interesting.
Dude,
Interesting.
Shredder's pretty badass though.
He
like,
is.
He is.
I was scared of him when I was little. to be
yeah, dude,
honest,
just like that shadow, just that, dude.
He kind of reminds me of Slade.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Venom.
Favorite villain?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, dude.
Are you
That's-
excited for the Venom
I
movie?
cannot wait.
I gotta say, man, if Spider-Man's not in the movie, I'm gonna be like, I hate to admit this, but severely disappointed.
I
Really?
think that's a very common opinion.
I honestly don't mind if he's in it or not. To be honest.
And see, I feel like that's the problem because most consumers probably think that way, and that sucks. Because for the hardcore fans, we have to suffer because you guys are okay with Spider-Man not being
I
in
can't
it.
control the movie though. They made it already.
No, you know what? I think
Spider-Man
you're in
fan.
direct
Am I,
contact with these people.
am I creating a market for that type of movie?
I don't know.
Oh
Well, you're definitely part of it.
Anyways, he's just so like
I
I
agree.
don't know.
I like Carnage.
Yeah, Carnage too. I can't
He's
wait.
cool.
Dude, you guys ever play Spider-Man on the PS1?
Yeah.
The Spider-Man 2 game?
And
don't know.
It's not the second.
I remember the
it's-
one where you couldn't even go on the ground yet.
Yes.
Yeah, where you had to stay on the rooftops like.
And there was
It-
like clouds.
It was just
on-
clouds.
Is that the
If
one where you
fell
can like
into the
actually
clouds,
wrap
you would
around
die.
the building?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one.
I don't think I
Okay.
played that one very much. I usually.
Are
I
you
played
gonna get the new
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
2.
game coming out?
Dude, Do
It
they
already
make
came
it
out.
for?
Oh, did
It's
it
only
come out already?
PlayStation though.
Are they ever gonna make it for Xbox?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
Xbox and PC, they don't have anything for.
Hey, PlayStation.
It might be a
has-
PlayStation exclusive. I
That's
don't know.
insane.
Yeah.
That's insane, man.
It's alright. There's still Fortnite.
Yeah, I haven't gotten onto that bandwagon
I
yet.
love Fortnite. It's so fun.
Oh my god.
It would be nice to maybe do a couple podcasts of us streaming video games.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm not that good at Fortnite. I just love the aspect of it and just playing it. All right. What's your card say, bro?
Here's the car. Hey guys.
What's up?
I know this was my idea, but I'm having serious doubts about.
Ooh,
You really
man,
could.
these cards surprised me with how.
Well, it was
cool
just
they
because I
were
didn't have any
sometimes.
good cards for that one, so I already knew which one I was gonna do for it.
Did you read it already?
Can you read it
Yeah,
one more
it was on your
time?
stack.
So, hey guys. I know this was my idea, but I'm having serious doubts about the car.
Let me
Did
see.
you say Tekka, like from Moana?
No, haven't seen that movie.
What? You haven't seen Moana?
Nah.
That's a good one.
Or Coco.
Coco's really
Dude.
good. You would like Coco.
Coco made
you
me
really
cry.
would.
I don't think I've seen it.
Dude,
yet.
it was good, especially like since we're musicians. I think you would
Yeah,
enjoy it
dude.
a lot.
It's if you're a musician, it's a tearjerker. I mean, I think it's a tearjerker if you're anyone. But if you're a
Yeah.
musician, it hits home, man.
I should check it out.
Yeah, I guess if you're an artist in general, it hits home. Oh yeah. So what do the 3 white cards say?
All right. So I'm having serious doubts about extremely tight pants. 'Cause that was my idea. With cuddling and lockjaw.
Lockjaw.
I think off the top, I did once when I was younger, like
Have
middle school.
lockjaw?
No, no. In middle school, we all went through that phase, right? That little skater
Yeah,
phase.
with the extremely
Yeah, I
tight
remember.
pants.
Do you guys
yeah.
remember
And the hair
Empires?
flip.
Yes, Empires.
Oh my god, dude! They had that like what was it? Skeleton skinnies or something like that.
I
Like,
don't know.
dude, they were like just extra. So I had ideas of buying very tight pants. So honestly, I want to go with the extremely tight pants.
That was mine.
I like it.
Why, Cody?
You couldn't have won this one anyway. Any person you gave it to would have gotten 3 cards.
Yeah, bro.
That's
the
real.
judge,
This
you
was the
can't win.
tiebreaker.
All right. Whoever had
It's
lockjaw.
ya boy's turn.
Lockjaw.
See those black?
It's your boy. I get one of these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the black cards.
Okay, so this one is blank. That was so metal.
Oh, that's something that.
Ooh, those came quick.
I-
I'll read it one more time. Blank. That was so metal. Yeah, I feel like you had to say it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was so metal. That you know, where we come from, there's a lot of metal.
Oh yeah.
We were always like that one band at these gigs that like
Wasn't hella
Wasn't
metal.
yeah, wasn't
I mean, we
crazy
had some
metal.
hard stuff, you know, but
we
we
weren't
were
as
like-
hard as the other bands
Yeah.
in our area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
which I think was pretty cool because it made us stand out. You
Yeah,
know?
we
we
were
were like the
definitely-
one that they would remember from
Exactly.
the show the most.
Mhm.
You know.
mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, we need to start gigging again. That was so fun.
And I just got his pick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shuffle these two
Yeah,
real
well-
quick. So let's see.
Oh, this one would have been a perfect. Sorry,
That happens.
It's aggressively.
Okay. That blank. That was so metal. So we have the Trail of Tears. That was so metal.
Oh my god.
I already know who.
A
who picks
defective
these.
condom. That was so metal.
Oh my god.
That's funny. The American Dream. That was so metal. God, all three of these are so good to me.
Because they're
It's
all
so
metal.
These are all three of these are so metal. But I think the most metal one of these, I'm gonna have to say, the defective condom.
Yes!
Oh my God! And Elijah takes a black card for his win.
I really thought the
Oh my
American
God.
Dream would get
I
that.
thought the Trail of Tears was gonna get that. Man.
I
That
thought
was
the Trail of
metal.
Tears.
And you can now do your discards. We're at 35 minutes, by the way.
Oh, we're halfway through. That's sad. It went by quickly. I don't know. I don't think I want that one. Oh, I kind of want that one.
I'm happy with what I got out of this exchange.
That's what she said.
That's like the dream right there.
Those exact words?
I don't know, maybe. I would be like, that's cool, But other people would probably be like, wow, that was a weird way of
Stefan's
saying
looking
that.
for the perfect cards over there. He's ready to win.
Yes, I am.
Alright,
Whose
so
turn is it?
I'm
Is it my
first.
turn?
It's
I'm
you.
first on that.
It's your turn.
Alright.
I just went.
A recent lab study shows that undergraduates have 50% less sex after being exposed to blank. I was hearing a squeak, and it turns out it was me the entire time. I just stopped, and it stopped squeaking, so
Nice.
that's interesting. Oh, no, it's you.
Wait, what was your card again?
You got
A
something on
recent
your elbow,
lab
Cody.
study shows that undergraduates have 50% less sex after being exposed to blank.
You have something on your elbow. There you go. I got you.
I knew I needed that card. Shuffle
Some of
all
these
them.
cards I love.
Alright.
I just wish I'd get the right black card for it.
Yeah.
So, 50% less sex after being exposed to a disappointing birthday party.
Okay.
Michelle Obama's arms.
Whoa.
Or a bag of magic beans. I feel like after seeing Michelle Obama's arms, they would have like 50% more sex.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And a disappointing birthday party. I'm gonna have to go with a bag of magic beans.
There it is.
Whose is that?
That's got to be Elijah's.
It's gotta be Stefan's.
It's gotta be mine.
Oh.
It is yours?
It is mine.
Okay. There
Fuck!
you go.
Oh, while I'm thinking about it too, something that's heavy on all of our hearts is, I'm sure most of you know, we lost an artist recently,
Yes.
Mac Miller.
Mac.
Yeah, dude. I know it's kind of a dark thing to bring up during the podcast, but us being musicians too, trying to break into this world, I thought it was only appropriate that we gave him a little shout out in his memory. Listen, I know we've lost a lot of artists recently. Chester from Linkin Park,
Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell.
And then plus if for those who listen to trap, like Lil Peep,
Yeah, yeah.
Extentacion, like.
And the drummer from Pantera died too.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Great musicians.
Yeah,
And
me and
Dolores O'Riordan as well.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
I can't leave
recently.
her out.
too many, man. I was talking to my buddy the other day, and I kind of said something on the fly that kind of stuck with me. But I said, it almost feels like artists have to suffer so others can relate. It's almost like that's the responsibility of an artist, to suffer and get through it so others can relate to that.
Yeah.
So we can lead the way, Sometimes the battle is lost, though, in a lot of different ways, Sometimes it's an accident, sometimes it's not. Either way, it's up to us and others like us to keep going and keep winning every day. Every day you get through it, that's another win. To show the others that you can do it, no matter how hard things get. You know, just you know, a reminder to everyone and all you little artists out there like us.
Mm-hmm.
Stay safe, make smart decisions, don't get into things you don't understand, and you know,
Keep going.
be good to yourself.
Yep.
You are so important. You mean so much. Things you create, they will live beyond you. The relationships you make, they will live beyond you. So focus on that. Focus on what's forever. Anyway, I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Yeah,
That's cool, man.
I want to send some love and condolences to like all the families. You know, just can't even imagine.
Yeah, that's one of the saddest parts of all these. You know, and for those who don't know us very well, you know, Justis, the name of our band comes from our best friend that unfortunately committed suicide. His name was Caleb Justice Sellers, and he was a tremendously amazing artist. So we are all too familiar with losing someone close to you and what that can do to the family, what that can do to friendships. It's hard, but sometimes there's a silver lining. Sometimes something beautiful grows from a disaster.
Yeah.
And maybe someone out there, you know, who was suppressing their artist dreams, heard about Mac Miller's death, and maybe that lit their fire. And maybe they're gonna go after their dream, and maybe they're gonna save someone with their lyrics. Maybe they're gonna add to this mixture, and that's what it's about. Inspiration, you know,
Music.
giving hope.
Definitely.
Anyway, let's get back into this game because it's getting me sad.
So
So it's on Stefan now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Now at the Smithsonian, an interactive exhibit on blank.
Interactive?
So it's advertising a new exhibit. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Oh, well, here's your answer. Just throw that on the table for you. I love this card that I just pulled. Give him a little shuffle.
Another shuffle. And here we go. Now at the Smithsonian, what can I say? An interactive exhibit on a mating display.
Interactive.
Oh my gosh.
Grave robbing.
Oh, hello.
And all you can eat shrimp for $8.99. That'd be a really, really, really good interactive exhibit to be at.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna have to go with this one.
That's
Yeah, that kind of
mine.
lit up
God,
the mood.
man.
Cody, you
I'm
are
sorry.
very good at this game.
I played a lot. I'll
There you
take
go.
that.
Take your prize, bro.
I am now at 1, 2, 3,
I think
4
I
cards.
think in the parallel universe, I have the most.
Yeah.
So there's my hopes.
I was about to discard my hand.
Do you believe that
It'll come back in a second.
there could be like endless possibilities of yourself in multiple dimensions?
Yeah.
So
Man.
yeah, I've actually heard something about like deja vu, and like how that's like the deja vu theory. I can't really quote it word for word or anything, but it was basically explaining that like when you experience deja vu, that could possibly be you experiencing another dimension of yourself, or leaking into like
That's
blending
interesting.
dimensions. You know, you guys were just doing that exact same thing at the exact same time.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't know if it's true or not. It's just a theory, but it's
You know
really
something I've
interesting.
been kind of
theory.
messing with in my mind? What if time travel, one of the only ways it's possible, is through your own consciousness?
Bro,
Like that
you
one
need to
X-Men movie.
No, you need to watch this freaking
Yeah, kinda like
movie,
that.
dude. It's called Travelers. It's not a movie. It's a show on Netflix. Watch it.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Do you ever wish you could give your past self advice
All the time.
and then
Man.
listen for your future self's advice?
Man.
You know, sometimes I think if you're quiet enough, Sometimes. Maybe. I don't
It
believe in
comes
a
to
whole
you.
lot,
Yeah,
but I believe you're connected to yourself, if anything.
I think there's endless
know?
possibilities of everything. Just like there's, I don't know. My mind is. goes
Talk about
crazy.
rabbit holes. Look at what we're getting.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Whose turn is it?
It's Elijah's.
What is it?
Yeah,
Do you have a
is it?
black card?
he's getting it right now.
Say.
This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but with a. Do you have to read that?
Interesting. Well, obviously
Not
this
with
is
a
the
bang.
answer.
But with, I'll just go with that. Oh, that would have been perfect. The one I just pulled.
Damn.
Happens every time.
I don't know. I didn't really put a good one down right now.
Alright. So this is how the world ends. Not with a bang, but with my black ass.
I love it.
No. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but with lactation.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh.
I like this one. Alright. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but with the cool, refreshing taste of Pepsi.
There you go. I wouldn't be too sad if that was my last thing I was
It was
doing.
just Pepsi.
Pepsi takes over the
It
world.
was just Pepsi, blackness.
That'd be insane. It all leads up to Pepsi.
But with like no warning whatsoever. You're just chilling one day, all of a sudden, Pepsi. You're gone.
I will go with Pepsi.
That is my
That
choice,
was
sir.
mine.
That
What?
is
Wait, what?
my pick, my card.
I put that one down.
You did.
I'm just kidding.
That was a satisfying sound.
That was. I enjoyed that. I like kind of want to take that out now and use it like as a sample piece.
Let's do it.
A nice wood block.
Do you
sound
mind
or
handing me a black card there? Just that.
Right there? That was weird.
something. Pretty dear.
Coming to Broadway this season, Blink. The musical.
Yes.
Oh man, I have some good cards for this one. It's too bad. You gotta have faith in your pick, man.
Yeah, but although sometimes you kind of just have to dump one.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you need to take a dump.
But it's nice when you do that and then it wins. So it's like you had no expectation of
My
winning.
dumps
and
always
suddenly
win,
you do.
Cody.
Yeah, you got winner's dumps.
Yeah.
Dumps of
He
a
jumps like a
champion.
winner.
Was that line from,
Wake up every morning.
yeah. Piss
Piss
excellence.
Yeah, piss excellence.
Piss excellence. Okay, so what do we got? Coming to Broadway this season. Assless Chaps. The musical. Coming to Broadway this season. Becoming a Blueberry. The musical.
Interesting.
That'd be a really.
Coming to Broadway this season. Grandma. The musical.
Yes!
You'd be a really good commentator.
You know,
The music.
this is very hard. I gotta say, I think the one that sounds the best to me is Becoming a Blueberry.
I feel like
That
it'd be
wasn't mine.
No?
I feel like it would
What
be a
was it?
Willy Wonka musical.
That
He's
was
so
you,
happy
Elijah?
right now.
Yes! Hold on, you know what? Just because it's so fun, I'm gonna say it one more time. Coming to Broadway this season. Becoming a Blueberry. The musical.
The musical.
Your card
Oh
said.
my gosh. Alright, and now we can do a discard if we want.
Alright. I got a question. Boom. EMP right now.
Podcast will be over.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Lights.
Done.
Lights out. This window's like blocked off.
See, we would be
Try
going
dark
like, whoa, is
outside.
there a power outage? What's going on?
How would we know?
Oh my god.
So like, oh my gosh, dude, it's so crazy how we depend on like just technology.
You know those sirens that are supposed to
Just
go
tell
off
us
when there's a
Mm.
everything.
nuclear bomb?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
so I had to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Do those run on electricity? Am I stupid for asking that? Do those
I
run
don't
on
know.
electricity?
I'm pretty sure they run on electricity.
Hey, if
but
Cody doesn't know that fact, bro, it's okay.
What I
because
wouldn't-
he knows a lot of things.
I wouldn't be surprised if it had its own kind of backup generator system. You know what I mean? Where even if there was no power, it would still operate.
Well, maybe before the EMP got here, the U.S. would know something's heading towards
missile
us.
detection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not if it was a splinter cell that's been here for years.
If someone built this device from the inside
on
of the U.S.
American soil and
Hey,
detonated.
you never know, bro.
That's scary to think about, dude.
It's the future.
I mean, another
With
thing
all these
to even
mass
think
shootings,
about,
someone might be crazy enough to do something like that, man.
Another thing to think about is if it happens in Canada or Mexico, are we close enough? How much would that affect us as well? Might not even have to be targeted at the
I
United
don't even
States.
know that much about EMPs to even have an opinion on that, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about them, but I know it has the potential to send us back to the Stone Age.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No electricity, no technology.
At least 100 years. Probably more. But...
Well, I don't know.
What do you think I have one more
Because we do
time?
do steam powered
Or
stuff.
one more time?
Yeah,
Do you think I
imagine-
have time for one more?
One more what?
One more card?
One
For
more
me,
round?
at least?
Oh yeah.
We're almost hitting that hour mark, and
Where are we at? Yeah, we're at 51 minutes. So, you want to do? We could do one more card.
One more card.
yeah, one more card.
Let's do it.
Let's see.
And you know what? For a wild card.
Wait,
It's not my turn.
It's his
I
turn.
just went.
Oh, it is my
Yeah.
turn.
Wow.
It's
Sorry.
cool. I have the most cards right now. So if I go now, I
Perfect.
can't.
This
Build
would have
up a
been a
lead
good
against
one
you.
too, man.
So now either
Give it to
you
him.
two can tie with me for first, or you can tie with them for second.
G second place, man.
So my question for all of you is: what helps Obama unwind?
Oh, this is where I should have saved Michelle Obama's arms.
That would have been the most perfect thing.
That would have been too perfect.
Ugh.
I'll just go ahead and throw the winning card down.
What was the question?
What helps Obama unwind?
The musical.
That music. I love it.
You can add that to the end of anything.
Yep.
Oh,
no,
that was
the
kind
one.
of perfect.
That's not the one you wanted. Nope,
Too
you gotta
late.
use that one. All right,
It still
so
worked.
what helps Obama unwind? Let's find out. Joe Biden.
That one's it.
Yeah, wow.
He won.
Okay. You know what else helps Obama unwind? The clitoris.
Ah.
All right. But the ultimate unwinding happens when you're not wearing pants.
Interesting.
Wow.
All
It
of
is
these.
imperative that we not wear pants.
It's
Who,
imperative.
who is not wearing pants?
That was me.
All right.
I looked
Literally.
under the table when you said that. And thought,
Who's not wearing pants?
yeah.
So I can just imagine.
So what?
just-
How many cards? Does that mean you're the
I
winner?
have 7.
He has 4.
Seems
Oh.
unlikely.
I have 4. So we tied for first. You're at second with 3 cards, and you're at third with 2. So you didn't get
Winning.
last place technically.
I feel like we
although
need
you
to
did.
decide a winner somehow, though.
Okay, so between me and you,
Does anybody have a coin?
no. This is how we'll do it. This is how we'll do it. Okay. So who between you two wants to be a judge?
I'm
Adam?
down.
Yeah.
We're
is
down.
it-
We're down.
Okay. All right.
They'll be the judge.
I'll put that right there. And then what we do, here's the interesting part. We don't use our hands. So, I'll do...
Now, is this something you're making up right now?
No, this is something I've
so-
done before in games. This is how we've done
But
it.
you've
So
made it
that's
up.
your card for this. None of us even know what anything is going to be. And that's my card for this.
Well, I think it's fair that they should probably hand out the cards then.
Okay.
I'm just playing, bro.
It's random,
It
but-
doesn't matter. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Ready?
Now, what's the black card?
Alright, so can you finish the last word for me?
Yes.
I'm nervous.
What's that?
Smell.
Hmm.
That'd be like a good segment on the show. What's that smell?
Yep. Take a look. Mine's not great.
Mine
yeah,
isn't
we can
either.
see that.
Mutually assured destruction.
And eugenics?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's. I feel like neither of us are winners here.
Well, there has to be one.
I feel like you can kind of smell
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I can smell it right now.
Yeah,
Between
we're
both
smelling
of
this.
them.
We're smelling this. We're
Mutually
smelling
assured
this.
destruction.
Yeah, that's our winner.
All right, Stefan wins.
Congratulations, Stefan,
Yep.
on winning the first game of Cards Against Humanity on the official Justis podcast. And you just knocked down the vape. Was that Cody's? Or
And
was
that was
yours?
my destruction for the night.
Mutually assured destruction, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, your vape didn't fall?
It almost fell down the rabbit hole.
Wow, a lot of banging. Sorry if
Yep.
that's harsh on the headphone users.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the audio only listeners.
Yeah, let us know if you guys want us to play Cards Against Humanity again, or any other game for that matter.
Yeah, because I enjoyed it.
And I
It
think
was
there's
interesting.
even more versions of this game.
Oh yeah, you can get
that
so
maybe
many
we
different
could-
like add-ons
we
and
could
stuff. Disney, Harry Potter. Then there's like just normal like Cards Against Humanity add-ons
Mm-hmm.
that give you. There's the bigger, blacker, and then there's the
Pardon
big
me?
black add-on, and there's the bigger, blacker add-on.
Cool. That
Yeah.
sounds fun.
Sounds like
Yeah.
eugenistics.
Eugenics. God, that was a terrible card. Like really, that was the worst card I could have like had randomly.
No,
given
it
to
wasn't too bad. So, in other news, we are working on our next studio time video right now.
me. Yep.
Thinking is the song, for those of you who have heard it. That's genuine. That's generally liked by people, right?
Yeah.
People like that
Heck
song.
Yeah. It's a good song.
I've been thinking of some cool ideas for the video.
I'm excited.
Because, the studio time ones are pretty uniform. It's just kind of us recording in the studio. But I kind of like to layer it with some, subliminal messages.
Yeah.
Some what?
Subliminal messages.
Thank you, Cody.
I had to just get you right there, bro.
It's all right. I got
It's
my
fine.
buddy over here.
Yep.
We're a
Captain
team.
Dictionary.
Yeah, man.
Captain Random Fact.
Cody's helped me out of a lot of sticky situations.
I'm pretty sure I'm half the reason you passed the 3rd grade because you cheated off me for the spelling tests.
No.
I'm pretty sure Cody's the reason I got through any part of my life ever. I remember I'd have if a girl would be walking down the hall and be like, "Hey, Cody, what's her name? I can't remember."
I would know her name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's terrible. But I forget names very easily. I'm not very good with
You
things
forget.
like
You know the
that.
funny thing is
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
very
real.
great with names either, but for some reason it still worked.
Maybe just when you're on the fly like that,
Yeah, it just pops
the
in.
intensity it gets you.
Yeah.
Thanks for getting my cards all.
No problem.
sorted
It's
out
like a
over there.
pet peeve of mine, so I like to get it done.
Well, anyway, before we fall down any further rabbit holes, I guess we should give this a little goodbye. Any
Yeah.
last words from you gentlemen?
Go and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter. On Facebook and Instagram, it's at Justice Band, and on Twitter, it's at Injustice We Stand.
Yeah. What about you? What's your problem?
What Cody said.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to thank the list.
Oh, that was fun.
That was very loud beep.
That couldn't have come just a couple minutes later, huh?
No, it never works like that.
In case you wanted to know, your battery is running low.
I noticed. Thank you.
That would have been nice if it was a couple minutes later.
Yeah.
Because I would have said, I just want to thank all the listeners.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
But yes, we would like to thank the Justice Fam Bam for tuning in on this week's episode of Down the Rabbit Hole with the band Justice. We will catch you next week. I hope until then you get through it. You have an amazing week. You enjoy the people around you. The people around you enjoy you. And there we have it. Catch you on the flip.
See you
Ladies
next
on the
week.
Minjay.